So, guys, we've spent the last 3 weeks discussing different verses on how to grow in our faith that have this kind of like cause and effect type of relationship. And, for us to see the results in our lives, there's usually something that we must do first. And on this last week, I want to take a look at two passages where Jesus spoke kind of in the same way. In Matthew 17:20, Jesus said, "Because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed," just a mustard seed, a little tiny seed, "you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move." In fact, nothing will be impossible for you. So clearly, Jesus said nothing is impossible for us, so we can believe him. But that's a problem with a lot of these verses we've been taking a look at. We only take the part that we want to take. All we say is nothing is impossible, but we miss the first part about where Jesus talks about needing faith. And the best part is that we don't need ocean-sized faith. We just need the faith of a mustard seed. And a mustard seed, about 1 to 2 millimeters in size. It's a very small seed, like I said. And that's a really small amount of faith. But he's not asking us to have perfect faith, just some faith. And then he'll cover the rest. Now, in John 8:31 through 32, Jesus said to the Jews who had believed him, Jesus said, "If you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." That's another one of those cause-effect verses, one of those verses where it's like, man, I love freedom. We all want freedom in our lives. In fact, there isn't much else better than that feeling of freedom. But then we miss the first part, which is, how do we expect to find that freedom if we don't hold true to what Jesus taught us? We expect freedom without doing anything, and everyone's trying to find their own version of truth. But what we need to do is we need to stand firm on what God's word says. It's the source of truth for all followers of Jesus. In order to grow in our faith, there are things that we need to do. The life of a Jesus follower it's like a training ground where we strive to become like Jesus. That's what Christian means, right? Christ-like. We won't ever be perfect, which means that we're going to be on this journey for the rest of our lives pretty much. But we'll always be given new opportunities to be growing in our faith while we're here on earth. And, before we know it, we'll be able to look back on this lifetime of progress. If you start now, you'll be able to look back on this lifetime of progress and be encouraged that God really will finish the work he started in you.